Hi, this is Aamir.
And I am Amir.
And we are from the You Don't Love Me podcast in New York City. And we're here because we're queer. I don't know.
We're on vacation here.
Yeah.
And we're having best time.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it's technically our honeymoon, is it?
Yeah. We got married earlier this year in April, having a secret shadi, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun, and we didn't book a honeymoon. No. So we're just like, yeah, let's go to New York. It's our favourite place. It can be our honeymoon. Work.
Yeah. Coming from a South Asian background, from a Pakistani family, it is difficult, and there is a price to pay for being who you are. And it's not just sexuality, you know. I could be a Pakistani girl who wants to become a doctor, and I'm sure I would have to make so many sacrifices because South Asian communities, you know, we are quintessentially conservative, so we don't like to ruffle too many feathers and just do as we're told. So yeah, when I came out, it was difficult. It wasn't great. I don't have a relationship with my biological family, so they no longer wish to be in touch with me. But you know, as gay people, you get to choose your own family and you get to make your own family, and that's what I'm doing.
Being South Asian and gay, I would say, is very difficult. I think for myself, I think I've dealt with that now, that sort of trauma and drama around it, because the most important thing was accepting my own sexuality and coming out to myself and realizing, you know what, I am gay and that's that. This is who I am. And whether people in my family accept it or not, which I'm lucky that I've got my mum in my life and she accepts us for who we are. I distanced myself personally from a lot of my family because they were toxic anyway. And same again, you know, I don't identify as Muslim anymore. But that's not necessarily to do with my sexuality. It's just to do with my belief system. But I do believe anyone can believe whatever they want, as long as, you know, you've got a good heart and a good soul and you're up for a good time.
Yeah.
It's all good for me.
Yeah. My life's a nightmare. I'd come out to some of my siblings and they were fine, and then I came out to my parents and it was just a massive mess. It was quintessential Bollywood, you know, hi Maggie, you know, all that drama. Growing up, I knew that I was gay because, I mean, even when I was 4 or 5 years old, we had, you know, one of the neighbors' hot grandkid, and you know, he was in the army or something, and he came back and he would pick us up as kids, and I was like, oh, like, you know, lift me higher or something.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was just terrible. And my dad's friends, who are like full-on dad bods, you know, just full-on dads, and they would walk in the room and I was like, oh, Hercules, you know. Zeus has just walked into the living room. And I was only what, like 6, 7, so yeah, I knew I was gay.
When I first realized I was gay, I didn't know what gay was. It wasn't in my vocabulary at all, that word. You know, we weren't, especially South Asian and Muslims, we weren't brought up with that word at all, and it wasn't even used in school. And I didn't realize until I was older that's because of Section 28 when we were in primary school, you know, when we weren't allowed to use that word at all. You don't know anything else apart from the idea of marrying a girl. You know, that's all you've ever known. You will marry a girl, so-and-so's cousin's getting married, someone's getting married off, you know. You think, oh yeah, it's just going to happen and I'm going to turn straight or something. And I had some real, especially as a teenager going into adulthood, I had some real demons that I was battling, you know, with my identity, especially with my sexual identity, because I had to learn to accept it, and I just couldn't accept it because I thought, I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to lose the community, I'm going to lose my family, I'm going to lose myself for some reason, not realizing that, you know, being open with being gay would help me discover more of myself and, you know, how powerful and great I am as a gay person. But yeah, it was bloody tough.
I don't think it's environmental. I think it is something that you are born with. If it's environmental, I'm not quite sure what people mean by environmental. I mean, did I touch a pine leaf on the way here and I turned gay? I don't know. But no, I think there is some level of scientific research that lends itself to the theory that, you know, it is something that you're born with. And also, I think it's a little bit morbid if we just focus on that one environmental factor of having a failed male role model. It sounds a bit absurd. So I didn't have a great relationship with my dad, so therefore I want to get in bed with other men. Like, it's just a bit bizarre, really. Do you know?
Daddy issues.
And funnily enough, I had a great relationship with my dad. You know, 80 to 90% of the time it was fine. I was a favorite kid. I mean, look at me. Why wouldn't I be? Do you know?
I think the whole idea of being environmental is used, especially for other South Asians. I know I might have done in the past, as not as an excuse, but to reason with the fact that you're gay. You know, I have failed male role models all over the place. I have terrible daddy issues and problems with fathers. God knows how many fathers I've got problems with. You know, but. You know, and I can sit here and maybe I have done before and said, you know, that's why I'm gay, because, you know, I've a crap father and a crap stepfather, and they're just abusive and terrible and horrible people. But that's just like an excuse, sort of, how to explain it, to say like being gay isn't sort of okay, you know. So like, that's why I'm gay, that's the reason, you know. And if it wasn't that, I'd be straight. But it's like, well, no, actually, I don't care if I'm straight or gay. It just doesn't really matter. So, you know, I'm born this way, and that's that.
Dr. Dean here has a theory. What if being gay is Mother Nature's answer to like overpopulation? If the whole purpose is procreation, right? You know, man and woman together, we make babies. What if Mother Nature's like, there's too many of you now.
Save the planet.
Some of you are going to be going at it with no outcome, no children. So yeah, you never know. I think for gay people, especially for, you know, our background, it was a little bit more important because, you know, if anything happened, then we've got each other covered, I suppose. You know, there's the element of security if anything was out to happen to me. You know, he is my next of kin, which is what I want. If we weren't married, then that potentially could be a little bit difficult, you know. So that's why it was important. And you know, it's sort of a step that we took to create our own family, I suppose, and be husband and husband. Also, I just wanted to say husband. Do you know what I mean? I hate that. Before that, it used to be life partner. Who says life partner? You know, I want to say husband. Yeah, and also I want to feel like the Queen. I would be like, my husband and I. You know, do you know her Christmas message every year? My husband and I. My husband and I. So yeah, that's why I got married. Yeah.
Well, I got married out of love.
Don't take life too seriously. It's really not that serious. You know, it can be as fun as you want it to be, and aspire for the things that you want, and once you do that, then they will come to you. And yeah, for me, that is what happiness is. And yeah, that's my takeaway message. Yeah, world peace.
Okay, Miss America. That is the most Miss American answer.
And that's how I feel.
Oh my God.
Miss South Asia.
My turn now. Let's see what Miss I want to be. I think the takeaway I want people to get from this is love and acceptance. You know, it's the main thing, the most important thing. Regardless of gender, sexuality, race, religion, or anything, break down them boundaries. You know, underneath everything, we all bleed the same, and we're humans at the end of the day. And also, like, love and laughter. You know, life is hard, life gets dark as well, but surround yourself with people that love you, that care for you. Find the light. You'll find the people out there for you. And I think like you've said before, we've managed to sort of create our own family outside blood, you know, and I do believe that's true family. So yeah, listen to our podcast and let us know what you think, and have a conversation with us and connect with people. That's the most amazing thing about being a person on this planet, other people and connections.
Yeah,